10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Through Black and White Eyes, and welcome to the Oil Brothers, the joint show we have with Mancunian Way. All our best wishes to Martin and his dad. I know he went in for an operation today. That's why Martin won't be making it tonight. Ed has obviously not realised that we do start on time on our channel, unlike on theirs, where they decide to start whenever they feel like it. So hopefully he'll be with us soon. Welcome to the 20th episode now. We're probably given the game tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, God. Please like, share, subscribe, hype, promote the channel. It's all free. Join from just 99p or donate using Super Chat if you want to. Our charity evening with Gibbo, Supermac and Graham Bailey is 1 week tonight. Get your tickets for a great night of entertainment, cheap bevies, and all the support to cracking charities. Evening, everyone, and evening, Gary. Pat's made it. Buzzing. Scotty, how are we doing?
Evening.
Evening, Governor.
Well, okay.
Obviously, Superfan Dan won't be on tonight because he's literally on his way to England.
He's in the air, isn't he?
We're close to it, I think. He'll be on one of his flights getting over here, so it's going to be a magical time when everyone gets over and we get to see each other for the first time in person. For you, Scott, obviously I've seen Dan a few times.
Yeah.
Right, let's bring Pat in from the dark side. Dun 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 dun. How are we doing?
Not too bad, mate. Yeah, things are good over in this part of the world so far. So yeah, not as dark as you think it is.
Brilliant. It's actually nice to have a sensible head from your side on for a change.
Yeah, a nice voice of reason and common sense, I assume. Yeah.
We've had some arguments. He'll be just over Greenland as we speak, Baz. There we go. It's still the American soil, isn't it, according to them? Let's not go there. Not tonight. None of that. We're going to start with non-action news. Scott, you pointed this out to me a little while ago. I didn't believe it was going to be true, but there seems to be a lot of noise around this absolute horrific idea of a kit. There's an AI version of Alan Shearer wearing it. There's no way he would have worn that and had a picture taken with it. But this could be the leaked home kit for next season. And personally, I'm not buying it. Like, I am physically not paying money to wear that.
It's hideous.
I actually think if I walked into a supermarket, I'll be scanning every scanner and I'll be having to pay like 40 quid for people shopping or something every time I walk past the scanner.
I know you jokingly called the barcodes. You didn't have to go and do it literally.
Exactly.
But then why has it got the baby blue in as well, though?
I don't mind the blue because it makes it pop. You know, it makes the shirt pop a bit. I don't mind the baby blue, but
yeah, it's good to have a little bit of an offset trim color, basically. Yeah.
But the whole thing, it's just no. I've got a feeling that literally they've done it on purpose. And if you do scan it, it'll probably take you to the Newcastle website.
Do you know what it looks like? Like, if you look at the left and the right, it looks like a door frame or like architrave or something. It looks horrendous.
Yeah, I just don't understand it. The only reason why I don't know if it's real is because Seller's deal is running out at the end of the season. Seller will not be the front of shirt sponsor. So I don't know whether they're just putting Seller on it just to show you what it would look like with a sponsor on it. Yeah. Or it's fake. And I really do hope it's fake.
I hope it's fake too, yeah.
I can't put up with that. It just hurts my eyes.
Yeah. New sponsor's going to be Aldi.
Aldi,
yeah. Might as well be.
I'll tell you what, they fly food through the checkout quicker than anyone, don't they? Pat, if you had a shirt like that, like for Man City, what would you do?
Not particularly I can think off the top of my head. It's either been all white or all black for a third kit or an away kit.
Yeah.
The home kit this season, I think, is poor. Partly just because I'm consider myself a bit traditionalist. I don't like the idea of a sash on a home kit because it's the first time ever in the club history that we've had a sash on the home kit.
Right.
Sashes belong on away kits. They belong on third kits. They don't belong on home kits. So I was really disappointed when they did that. But I've logged into my account. If I logged into Martin's, I would be able to show you what the rumored our kit is for next season. And it's a huge improvement. It's basically just a solid sky blue, but it sort of just fades. It has like a pale sort of very gentle sort of fade away as you go further down the shirt. Right. But it looks very, very good. Yeah, it looks really good.
What the fuck is that done?
Yeah.
What the hell is all that about?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey man, it's running season. It's title. It's time to win a title. So this guy comes out. You know.
I don't disagree with you there. Like I think the
You do realize Joe's gets shot and blown up in the end, though.
He becomes sushi.
That's in the U.S. That's in the U.S.
Yeah, no more pre-seasons to China because we know what happens to sharks there. Yeah.
Oh God. Oh man. Right. You was obviously had a weekday off for a change. That must have been very nice to have your feet up, knowing that you're playing us at the weekend, which makes our trip to Baku even more of a pain in the backside. But did you watch us? Did you watch the game?
I didn't see all of it, but from what I saw there, you could have easily won 10-1.
Oh. I mean,
You
the
guys
first
got
half.
like the first 5 minutes. Yeah.
What do you think of this guy doing bits?
Yeah, he does that in the UCL. Yeah.
Mm.
But unfortunately, Saturday you're going to be in the Prem.
Yeah.
He's getting his act together in the Prem as well.
Amazing what he could do with stamps in his passport.
Yeah. But again, you've got to admit though, he's second in the list at the moment. He's ahead of Harry Kane. He's ahead of Haaland. There's only Mbappe in front of him. When did Mbappe get 14 goals and assists? I can't even remember them scoring that many, and he's top of the list. I mean, I've not really watched a lot of Real Madrid.
Yeah,
no.
I think he's had at least some sort of a goal contribution every game they've played.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
somehow he's flying ahead of everyone. I mean,
fair play.
I've literally had to defend Gordon a lot this season because I know there's a player in there, and yes, I know he's only shown it in one competition, but he's shown it in the biggest and hardest competition apparently in the Champions League. So we're not fucking selling them. It would be an absolute travesty to sell them, right? People need to lay off them and just support them. Let's come on to you guys then. So you must be feeling very confident.
I like it.
Feeling confident, yes, but there's also a sense of like, how the hell did we end up invited to this party? You know, like you only have to go back a few weeks or a couple of months to basically say, like, you know, we were playing like as if we certainly didn't deserve to be in a title race, and yet here we go with Arsenal just basically almost serving it on a silver platter for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. You know, I think a lot of after the Derby loss and some poor results, I think a lot of people thought, you know, this is a rebuild year. You know, we thought we had a chance, but hey, you know what? Arsenal, you gotta give credit due. They've been more consistent than a lot of people this season, and you just gotta give them the credit, right? But at the same time, you know, they do have a history of themselves, and only thing we can do back then was to try to do as best we could, and now we're here, and now we just gotta take advantage of it. I think, you know, Arsenal have shown that mentality again, and with the manager they have and how they set up, and every time they go up, they want to defend their lead. You're asking for trouble in this league with how much. If you like with any team, right? I think we've all seen our team. Anytime our team sit back and is wave after wave of pressure, I think you're just asking for trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I heard do you know that Arsenal have wasted the most time for restarting games after they've scored or they're ahead? That's mental. That when
Yeah.
all their fans always criticize every other team who, takes goal kicks slowly and starts games slowly as best to try and get a point. But they're the worst when they're ahead.
It's a victim mentality, though, isn't it?
It's
Do you not think, though, that Arteta brings a lot of problems on his own team because he's so animated on the side? He breeds indecision in them. He breeds anxiety. Where if you look at Pep can be 10 points behind and he's just chilled on his. I think he doesn't help.
I guess it all depends what the players are used to. I mean, Arteta has always been a jack in the box, hasn't he? I mean, how he gets away with not being in his technical area for 70 minutes of a game really gets on my wick.
Oh, yeah.
And he always gets in the way when the ball goes near him. I remember the one with Kevin De Bruyne.
Yep.
When he kind of let it go through his legs and flicked it a little bit, and De Bruyne was not happy. Yeah, you could be right. I mean, if he's always there and he's trying to play the game for you, you're not thinking for yourself then, are you?
No, he's just stood there and he's always animated, and you think, piped out. Like, you never see Eddie animated, do you really?
No, not unless things are going really wrong.
Unless, but even then, though, he's animated but cool with it. Arteta looks like he's going to have a stroke.
Yeah, Eddie appears more level. Eddie appears more level-headed on a bad day than Arteta does on a good day.
Yeah.
You get that sense.
He breeds indecision. I think he breeds their own problems.
Well, it's just not Arteta though. Like their set piece coach gets up every time something happens, and it's like, who's the top person here?
The set piece, they love a set piece, don't they? Let's face it. He's in the box every time they get a free kick or a corner, and he's trying to instruct them what to do.
Mate, they had him outside the ground on a mural. Like, come on. Like, what are we dealing with here? It's just like, we don't even have to be a fan of that club, and it's cringe, just like. And I don't want to turn this into a Arsenal rent-free in our head sort of show or anything like that, but it has to be spoken about because it's just. If even a fraction of this sort of behavior from fans and the club, filtered into our fan bases, we'd absolutely go mental.
Yeah,
and you kind of look at it in a way where it's like, well, I'm glad we're not Arsenal in a way too. But I look at that club and I'm just absolutely gobsmacked by the way certain things work. Like Arteta must have one of the best PR teams in the world for him to be able to still be in that job for that long, be able to do what he does, and still walk out of there every day like he's one of the most successful managers in history, and yet all he has is one trophy won by a squad that was inherited from the previous manager.
Yeah.
If he bottles it this year, though, I think he'll cut ties.
I think the politics of the club are going to come in a little bit, and I think that what's his name, that Banter, the operations, the chief operating exec, or whatever his name is, they got from Atletico. I think he's going to have a bit more of an influence or a bit more of a say in terms of what manager they should have going forward. Yeah. And not that too, I wouldn't be surprised if just some of the squad starts to dismantle and starts moving on.
Yeah,
might see.
As well, Emery is the same. He can be the same.
Yeah, but Emery, if you listen to the players that talk about him at Villa, he always has the same message, the same way of playing, the same style of playing. And he always has encouraged the players to keep doing what they're doing because it will come good eventually. And they lost the first, but did they not win in the first 5 or 6 at the start of the season?
Yeah,
and then they clicked, and they went on that absolutely unbelievable run, putting themselves in potentially a title, run.
Yeah.
And we always knew they're going to fall short, but it's a miracle that they actually got themselves into the conversation, especially after that start. It's like yourselves, though. It's a bit of a miracle how you have got yourselves into it, because at one point we were all looking and going, City aren't in a title race, Liverpool aren't in a title race. This is Arsenal's all day long.
I think the only time that Man City's not in a title race is when Pep says they're not in a title race, and he doesn't do it. I've got so much respect for the man because he's just so cool, calm, and collected. Like Eddie, it's like, talk what you want, we'll do what you want. And look, yous have come from nowhere. Like, boom, there yous are, hunting them down.
Yep.
But I kind of disagree with the whole Arsenal thing, because I think I think he has 1 year left, and I think he's on 15 million a year. So they might let him just finish out his contract because I don't. Arsenal isn't the club that's like win or bust. I'm just talking about from an owner's perspective. Right? They're more concerned about finishing top 4, securing UCL
the money
football.
streams and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think they won't pay out Arteta 15 million, bring in another manager on big money, and they'd have to spend money in the market on top of that. Yeah. So I think they'll probably, if they don't finish with nothing, I think they'll tell Arteta, well, you got 1 year left. We'll walk away from you if you don't do nothing.
Yeah, it's a fair point, to be fair. They won't be renewing his contract if he finishes second. Let's just put it that way.
That might sound team will be working overtime, though.
Yeah, there will be, yeah.
They'll be earning their coin.
Yeah, we were so close.
You might get a job for Buxton or somebody, or Evian,
I think if he goes, Scotty, if Arteta goes anywhere, I think he needs to go to La Liga where he should have started in the first place. Like some respectable mid-table La Liga team or something like that, and then work your way up from there.
He probably win the league there,
didn't he? You learned from the best, though, didn't he? This is the thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's your fault. It's your fault the way he is. I mean, he was at your club.
I can see him in the Serie A too, like the way he plays. I can see him in the Serie A.
He didn't. Pep didn't put his animation there, though. Pep didn't build that in.
No, that's true. No, Pep
has the one thing that he hasn't taken from the master. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No. But you say about when Arteta was here, I mean, he was still second in charge to a 100-point season and a domestic clean sweep. So he does have some strong ties to the club as well. But it's just some of the way he's just sort of carried on a little bit. The last few years is sort of he kind of ruining that legacy a little bit in a way.
Yeah.
But, it's like when he blamed the ball when we won the Carabao Cup semi-final. It was the ball. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pep would never come out and say that.
Ballgate.
Pep would just go, better team won and move on. Same with a lot of managers, but no, he's got to go one step further and blame the ball.
Yeah.
So to Arteta, just Anyway, I'm going to piss out with you guys for a little bit because I can. How to make charges disappear? Put
well played.
Top on.
Well played.
So it had to be done. Ed's like thinking, "What the hell are you on about here? Who the hell's that old man in the shirt? I don't even know who he is." That is Prince Andrew, by the way, Ed, who is in the Epstein files.
Was Prince Andrew?
Was Prince Andrew?
Mountbatten, whatever you call him now.
Yeah. So he used to be part of the monarchy and all that sort of stuff.
See, this is what happens when you choose independence too early. You don't pick up these jokes quick enough. Yeah.
Whatever, Pat. Whatever.
That was a good one.
Friggin' sweating.
The other funny one was when they said look on Andrew's face when he realized the policeman wasn't actually there for his birthday.
I've seen them they've been chased out with Pizza Express and stuff like that. AI is just fantastic sometimes. It really is. I've even got one for Monday night, Scott. I'll save that one for them.
Right.
Yeah, well, we do a Newcastle Mackham show as well. So obviously I've got him in his Sunderland shirt, haven't I?
Of course.
Got him. Right, looking ahead to Saturday, it's not pretty reading for Newcastle fans. It really is as simple as that. In any competition, 3-1, 4-0, 2-0, 1-0, 2-0, 5-0, 2-0, 5-0, 3-1, 3-1, 6-1, 5-0. Last time we beat you is 2014 in the NFL Cup when we beat you 2-0. That was the last time.
Yeah, and I think you have to go back to about 2008, I think, or something. Before, last time we dropped points at home in the league.
We weren't even at the Etihad.
No. No, further.
At least we're consistent.
06 maybe. Maybe it was 06, I think, yeah.
2000.
Yeah, go credit the consistency, yeah, absolutely.
2000 was the last time we beat you. Alan Shearer scored the winner.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
We beat you 1-0. Ever since then,
and I still remember demolition. And I still remember, I think it was the last season at Main Road when Shearer scored, I think, in the first 20 seconds or something as well. I remember that one.
Was that a main road? I thought that was a St James.
Yeah, I'm sure it was main road because they were wearing the old electric blue sort of IDOS kit, the deeper
Right.
blue IDOS kit. Yeah, it was definitely main road. I think it was 02.
Yeah.
But for me, this game is it's a must win. A draw is not acceptable. We got to put pressure on Arsenal. I think it's a must win. I think that's probably been shared throughout the squad. We've heard Bernardo talking about. They've had conversations about this, so I know internally this game is big for everybody in the club right now. It's to show that we're serious about this race, and I think, Haaland's been coming back into form lately. The way he did at Liverpool, came up clutch there for us. Fulham.
Surely you drop Haaland tomorrow. Surely you drop him with his record against Newcastle and you play Mamouche because of his record against Newcastle.
We don't, mate. We just don't. Just because he has a sporting issue.
Mental.
Horses for courses, man. Horses for courses.
Yeah.
If you play Haaland and Mamouche is on the bench, I'm going to be a happy bunny.
We're probably gonna play Haaland, Semenyo, and probably like a Turkey or a Foden. That's probably our front line.
Mm-hmm.
Semenyo scored. Semenyo scored every time he played against you too. So.
Yeah, and looks like Doku and Savinho are back as well too. So I think Doku will probably come in worst case at least substitute appearance. I think.
Right. Oh yeah, I was going to say we won't.
Which would be huge, regardless of what the result is. Even if we're behind by a goal, I think Doku coming on really changes the dynamic of the game as well. So it'd be good if we can get him to play for a few minutes.
Pat, Doku's next week. Savinho came back. Just
Savinho. Okay, so another week for Doku. Okay.
Is Rodri fit?
Which I probably like because I'm a little bit more concerned about Leeds away as much as I'm concerned about this one.
Yeah, Rodri's fit. Yeah.
Interesting. Haaland, and I'll keep saying it to you guys until he actually starts scoring goals against Newcastle, but he's only scored one goal against Newcastle since he moved to City.
Yep.
Home and away.
Yep. Yeah. But he did score in the treble season, so at least it contributed to something.
It was a treble game as well.
Matter. He could have scored four. He could have scored 4 goals at your gaff last season. It would have amounted to nothing.
Yeah, but it's just a
you got to look at contributing factors, Baz. You got to look at contributing factors.
Yeah. It's okay.
I look at the horses for courses situation. When you've got a player who doesn't do well against a certain team, and you've got another player who just seems to relish playing against us, the horses for courses situation comes in, and Mamouche would really be more of a threat for me on paper than what Haaland is at the moment against us, and I'm more worried about him.
Yeah. And are you more referring to the last time you played at our ground in the league?
Well, it's the last 2 times we've played against him. Mamouche has looked better.
Yeah.
But I think with the run in and stuff, you're gonna want Haaland to be. You want to fill him with confidence, right? You're not gonna drop him like just because we're playing against Newcastle. You drop me. I think you're gonna. He's one of our main faces, and he's gonna. You got to put the pressure on him to deliver. Even if he doesn't, I'm sure you guys probably had strikers in the past or wingers that maybe had a bad record, but you're still backing him on that day to score you guys that goal to contribute to that win. I think Haaland is one of those players for us. And, Marmouche will probably come on if maybe the game is still tight and we need something. I'm sure Marmouche will come on, but, you're going to have to put the pressure on the big name players.
Yeah, Gary, I get what you're saying. It's just when you're winning, though, fatigue is kind of forgotten about a little bit because you just want to play the next game. But we had horrific travels coming back from Baku. They didn't get back into like 4 a.m. on Friday or something like that. So they haven't had long to get themselves sorted out for an 8 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday night, which is crazy because they should have played on Tuesday night and then being able to play on Saturday. But when you play on a Wednesday...
I thought it was crazy you didn't play Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you play on Wednesday, you should be playing on Sunday. So it's
I think they said if you played on the Tuesday, then this game would have been the 12:30 kickoff.
All right.
Yeah.
Which I'm a little bit annoyed about because then that's about 11 p.m. on a Saturday night for me. So that's disco.
Yeah.
But, I guess, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I just think it's wrong in general because they don't really think about the fans, do they? Who are all the players' welfare when you think about it.
This is like the only league that doesn't move around games like that. This is like the only league that doesn't move around if we are playing on a Wednesday, they move it to a Sunday. They just don't do it.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look at picking the teams. Dun, 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 dun. Here it comes. Can you see that? Yes, we can.
Yeah.
So let's choose your team first. What formation are you playing on Saturday?
We've been doing a 4-2-2-2. So I don't know that either.
It is there.
Yep.
So come on then, talk me through from goalkeeper through the teams. Obviously, Donnarumma starts clearly. Any changes in the back line there?
No.
I'm not changing it.
Nope.
No.
Two midfielders,
Yep.
Rodri and Silva. Silva in the deeper role?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Just the fact that you guys have got Bruno G out, I think I'd rather have the experience and the bodies in midfield. I think if we can at least dominate the midfield, we're halfway there.
Right. Ford and O'Reilly, I'm sure that's going to change. O'Reilly's not going to be there, is he?
No, O'Reilly. I think O'Reilly is a starter for us probably for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Right.
Just what he's given us in that midfield with his energy, and he kind of with Roger getting back to full fitness, he actually puts legs around him in the midfield. So that's been really helping us out, especially with dual winning.
Right.
The main one here is Foden. I think it's going to be either Foden or Cherky. I think that's really the only question mark for me. I don't know if Pat has any.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with you too. I think maybe Mamouche is a shout as well, but I just can't go past either Foden or Cherky, to be honest.
No, and then Haaland and Semenyo. So the team's basically correct for a change. It's very rare that happens. Right, let's have a look at the Newcastle one, how they've started it. Obviously, it's a 4-3-3. Pope will start in goal.
Pope will start.
Dan Burn will definitely start, not start at left back.
No, Dan Burn
won't, because Dan Burn will. Where's he gone?
Yeah.
There he is. Chow, Trippier again, because we've got nobody else fit. The midfield is going to be interesting because obviously Bruno G is not going to be there. And it's going to be Voltemada potentially if he's fit enough.
Yeah.
Tonali, right?
Tonali for
Tonali's
think Willock.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tonali's probably one of your most. Tonali and Hall are probably your most informed players at the moment, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah. Tonali's starting to get back to what we know of him. Lewis Hall's just a fabulous left back. He should be playing for England.
I tell you what, I'm looking forward to that battle between him and Nunes, to be honest. Yeah, in the same way, I'm looking forward to hopefully Burn and Haaland as well. Yeah, could be a good little battle. Very good little battles in there.
Always a fight between Haaland and Burn in it because this is why I think Haaland doesn't like scoring against us, because he just likes to get in a fight with Burn instead. And they're just battling each other for 90 minutes, and it's funny to watch because it's just like if Haaland actually just decided to run past Burn, you'd beat him every day of the week because he's quicker.
Yeah.
But now he just likes to get up and bash him about a little bit, and he does the same back. It's crazy. I think
nice, bringing back a bit of old school.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I think that should be the front three as well, because I don't think anyone else is fit enough to change it.
No Joe Linton, left wing.
Just come back from injury. He played.
Not ready to start.
Was it 15 minutes on Wednesday?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, he's not ready to start yet. So I think Willock started the game. So I think Ramsey will start the game tomorrow instead because of that. Alanga obviously got a lovely goal against you guys, even though it meant nothing, but it was just nice for his confidence to see him do what he did. The way he cut inside two defenders and then slotted it in the bottom corner. It was a great finish. But I think that's I think that's pretty close to what our starting 11 will be. Yeah. But what you'll find is that when we've got the ball, it'll probably look more like where is it? I don't think they've actually got the formation. No, they have. It'd be more like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it'll probably look more like, because Voltemada will he plays as a 10, but he comes deeper.
Okay.
But
I'm actually
But
interested to see that matchup with Rodri, him and Rodri.
yeah. I mean, Voldemort looked so much better in the last couple of games that he's been put in this like kind of hybrid role where he's like Eddie calls him 2/8. I mean, but Voldemort does come deep and do the defending as well, which is fair play to him. But he does like to get high up as possible to receive the ball and make things happen.
Yeah.
So he is a key to whether he's got the legs to do it for 90 minutes against City after doing it on Wednesday night as well. It'll be interesting. Gordon needs to be more clinical. I know he scored 4 goals, but he missed a hatful of chances the other night as well, and some good chances. Barnes has not scored for a little while, so he can be hit and miss, and people don't realize this. If Barnes is not scoring, is he actually contributing? And I think Ramsey, again, if he can carry on his good form, he's got to learn to keep the ball a bit better. And then, we've got I mean, don't get me wrong, you guys are favourites for this, and there's no other reason why you wouldn't be. But we could potentially, maybe get a point. You never know.
Guys, I'm going to jump back on in the car.
No problem, mate. Yeah, you take your time.
I'd take a point any day at the Etihad. Any day.
Yeah, I would as well. Ash, nice to see you there, mate. Evening to everyone in the chat. But yeah, what are you worried about from a City point of view, Pat? Like for looking at that team?
Maybe not having the same. Well, I personally believe that we're not only just a good vein of form at the moment too, but there's incredible momentum amongst the squad there at the moment. Not just the fact that we won at Anfield, but the manner in which we won at Anfield as well too. And I think you get the sense that that sort of continued on now with the league match against Fulham and maybe not necessarily the match against Salford that did have a sense of both teams just wanted to turn up and just play and get out of there basically. But the only thing concerns me is this is a bit of unfamiliar territory at the moment because usually, in February we're playing every 3 days, come hell or high water basically. So to have a week off, I'm a little bit worried that maybe players might come back just a little bit, maybe a little bit slow out of the gate possibly. But I think given the events of what happened midweek, I think the team will be so motivated now to just go on and go on a bit of a run. No, that's being said though, there are still inconsistencies in that squad as well too. So if anybody thinks that we're going to go and win 12 in a row, I'd highly doubt that. I think there is a little bit of a win streak in there for us, but I don't know if we'll see it yet. That being said though, given our form at the Etihad, the way we play, and the fact that Eddie Howe is actually willing to go out there and have a go sort of, works in our favor as well too, because then we're able to play and not worry about 2 banks of 5 or, several banks of whatever. So yeah, look, I'm always quietly confident whenever we play you lot at the Etihad. So I think it'll just be the same as it has been for a few years. So here's hoping we get the 3 points, and I'm quietly confident. Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you be?
Yeah,
let's face it. Scotty boy, looking at the Man City team, where we worried? I mean, personally, anyone down the right with any pace, and I get a little bit worried.
Absolutely, yeah. Semenyo seems to have a bit of a eye goal for us as well. There's danger all over the field, isn't there?
Yeah,
that's the thing.
There absolutely is, unfortunately. But again, I mean, there's danger in our ranks.
I mean, if we play our game, we can give anybody a game. Do you know what I mean? It's just a shame. It's City because we don't seem to have a very good
record at all. No. The high line might be a bit of an issue for you, Pat, potentially with the pace that we've got in the team. With Gordon, Alanga, and Barnes, if we can get the ball over the top and get it right, because obviously the goalkeeper plays as a sweeper and he does eat a lot of that up. But it's about getting the right pass at the right time.
Yep. Well, for that reason, there's I would even say there's a possibility of maybe trying to start Kuznov in there as well.
Yeah, because he's pacey, isn't he?
Because that pace will be, would be crucial to slowing anything down. Well, not necessarily stopping, but even just slowing things down. Yeah.
Because I mean, even in
Kuznov is a shout there, but I think given the fact that Diaz is back now and I just want that back four to be a cohesive unit basically, and Diaz is the perfect leader for that as well.
Yeah, because I mean, even in the Carabao Cup when you did beat us, we had chances in that first half.
Yeah.
The Willock one springs to mind straight after you scored. Wissa missed a sitter. I'm sure we could have scored about 3 ourselves in the first half had we been clinical. And
That's our problem.
There were good chances as well. All right, Devin Malcolm. I can't wait to speak to you on Monday night. I've got a lovely picture for you. Chaz, you need to acknowledge that Les just said about shotters. I don't want to be dealing with the fallout because you failed to mention the Swiss. Oh God, yeah. It's an ongoing thing. With Shah, he's just poster boy for Les. Let's put it that way. I mean, injuries. We've got Wisser out, Bruno out, Miley out, Livramento out, Shah out, and Botman is a doubt, and Kraft is obviously out to the end of the season potentially because he's been removed from the Champions League squad. Yeah. You guys have got. According to this,
the Croatians are out. You probably won't see Gvardiol unless we make it all the way through to cup finals at the end of the season. You probably won't see Gvardiol.
Yeah.
Kovacic is meant to be back in March, and then I think the only two left were Savinho and Doku, who we should see both back in the next week or two.
Yeah, Doku says out at the moment, but he said you might make the bench tomorrow, maybe. And Max Aline. He's
Max Aline, yeah, that's he's the young academy lad that we brought back from Watford when we were running on empty in terms of defence with injuries and that. Yeah,
Savio is back.
Looks like Savio is back. And then Doku, I think, is just going to be a week behind.
Interesting.
And the sooner we get Jeremy back, the better.
Yeah, I mean, I always seen him as a bit of a headless chicken last season. He had all the running, but didn't have that final pass.
Yeah.
But this year, he just seems to have, sorted that out. He seems to be a lot more direct and a lot more, breaking the lines a lot more than what he did as well. I just think he's been an excellent player.
Well, his first 2 seasons, it was just a bit, it just looked like he was just like supercharged, just basically he always looked like he was just running on too much caffeine, basically. But he there were periods there, and you'd see it where he would actually go and play drift into midfield a little bit, play almost like a more forward inverse sort of role. The only thing is that it's just his final ball, his execution was a bit off. But since the start of this season, when he's been able to play and when he's been in good form, injuries aren't concerning him. When he does play that inverse role, but a bit further forward up the pitch, further than what our fullbacks do, he's just been given so much freedom, so much space in the midfield, and I still think his best performance clearly was when we played Liverpool at home earlier in the season, where he was just able to just cut inside and he just gave their defense and their midfield absolute nightmares, basically. Kind of reminded me of the days when we used to watch Leroy Sané match up against Trent, and Trent had no answers for him, whatever, back in the day. So since he's been able to sort of make that role his own, that inverse role, just create that extra body in midfield and that, he's just been absolutely electric. And it's just a shame that he got injured at the time that he did because, I think, I'm still very happy with the way we played, but I think there's a lot of games there where we might have played a bit average and that, and he could have absolutely dominated for us. So, look, the sooner we get him back, the better, because I just think it's going to be a huge addition to this title charge.
Yeah, definitely. Rob, hope the move goes well. Glad it all got sorted out in the end, and he's moving back up to the glorious north. The head-to-heads don't read very well for us either, of course. 17 Pep, 2 draws, 2 wins for us, and our 2 wins come in the Carabao Cup.
Yep.
Which is just awful. Head-to-head in the last 10 matches, 7-1-2. I hate reading these stats because it's just...
Yep.
But it doesn't surprise me.
That's what you get for dumping on our Norwegian.
Yeah. I do like Haaland. I just like to take the piss when I can.
If you wanted me to bring up an interesting stat, and I hate to go back to Arsenal, but this will wake a lot of people up. And who knows, maybe in 5 years' time when Arteta's still at the helm and you're pushing for a title, this is stats that might come in handy for you. So in the last 5 seasons, getting down to the last 12 games of last 12 games of those 5 seasons, Arsenal have been averaging less than 2 points per game.
Oh, wow.
For a title charge home. I'll go back to 2020, 2021 when I wouldn't say we canted the title, but we ended up winning it pretty comfortably. The last 12 games of the season, we cruised home, ended up with 24 points. Arsenal with 24 as well. Then this is where it starts to change a little bit. In 21-22, City, when they were pushing for that title against Liverpool, we ended up with 30 points from the last 12. Arsenal only had 18. Then in the treble season, remember, as we said, treble season where they dominated for 2/3 of the season, they absolutely collapsed. In the last 12 games, we scored 31 points. They only scored 21.
10 points. Wow.
Then the following year, when they really pushed us to the title, we had 32 points. They had 31. And then last year, when Liverpool walked the league, Arsenal only had 21 points.
Wow.
Yeah.
We normally finished quite strong, but we didn't last season because we kind of faltered over the line to get into the Champions League on the last day of the season, didn't we? But the form wasn't that bad. It was all right.
Yeah.
Do you not think a certain rat down tools though and created problems
Potentially
in the latter stages of the season?
But the way he was acting against Everton, because I was obviously there, and he was in the crowd, he was trying to find out whether we qualified or not, and the way people were speaking to him, he wasn't a player who was hoping we hadn't qualified. The way he was acting with the fans, so it's a tough one, that one, and I would hate to think any professional who's employed by a club and paid by a club would do that.
I just think he's the type of person that would. He's just shown his true colours. I don't know. It just feels as though he down tools a long time before he left.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? But again, if he had, why did he score the penalty against Brighton?
Probably did he not want to out himself?
If you down tools, it's easy to miss a penalty and still make it look like you're trying to score one.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I don't know.
And that was a big point for us because that point potentially got us into the Champions League.
Did he want to know if we've gone for the Champions League because he knew his fee was going to be more? I mean, it's conspiracy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all conspiracy.
I
would just hate to think a professional football would do that.
Oh, mate, I mean, it would be devastating, wouldn't it, if you think a professional footballer would do that? Do you know what I mean?
I always wonder with those situations is how much did the agent get into the player's head?
Oh, and I think his agent got right.
And from what you hear, his agent seems like an absolute scumbag.
Yeah. Well, it was his final payday, wasn't it? Because he's quit now.
I believe it was, yeah.
He had a few.
You wonder, because we've had a similar thing as well, too. We had Dimitri Seluk, who was the agent for Yaya Toure, and Dimitri Seluk was basically slagging off the club, right in the middle of that 13-14 season when Yaya Toure should have won all the accolades. When it was just so dominant in midfield, basically, he was just a thorn in the side of the club for years and years and years and years. And then even when Yaya left City at the end of the 100-point season, he was basically saying things about Pep shows less favoritism to African players and all this sort of stuff. And it's just, I always wonder myself, it's just how much is that Dimitri Seluk pulling strings in the background, basically. Yeah. So I've always thought when players have certain controversies about their time in the club or getting sold or anything like that, it's how much is the agency actually affecting that?
You're right. Martinez looked like he was leaving, didn't he? The way he was waving at the Villa fans, and he had the same agent.
They've got the same agent.
Same agent. Yeah. So, but again, he stayed at Villa, so I don't know what happened. But that was another big payday for that agent if he really wanted it. So that's a bit of a strange one. Here's the league table. So we're still clinging on to top 10. You guys are only 5 points behind Arsenal, but a game in hand, and that's a huge. Who's your game in hand against?
It's Palace at home.
Palace at home, and that's been changed a few times, hasn't it? Because of their interaction with the
Carabao. No, it's just been thrown into just thrown out there and waiting to see what happens over the next few weeks. Me personally, I don't think we'll play that game until maybe even the second or third last week of the season. Right, that long. Yeah, I mean, it could we've had that happen. We've had that happen before. We've had fixtures get thrown right to the very end. I think, I think Spurs away when we finally won at home to win the on the 4-peat season. God, I think that fixture was meant to be played at least 4 or 5 weeks beforehand or something like that. Yeah.
I mean, this is a very interesting game for us tomorrow night because, I mean, we're not expecting a result. Let's face it. You know, history normally repeats itself in this fixture, but we've never had a goal difference like this before at this stage of the season. Normally, our goal difference is like plus 15, plus 18 at this stage. And that is an extra point because you look above us with Everton in Bournemouth. They're both in the minuses at the moment. Brentford and Liverpool are only plus 6. So we're not far off them either. So if we get a bit of a howking tomorrow, like a 3, 4, 5 goal difference, that's going to be huge for the remainder of the season.
I mean,
you know.
Yeah, and I think you've got I think the Rags are playing Everton at I was going to say Goodison, but yeah, Hill Dickinson, whatever it's called.
Yeah, Hill Dickinson Stadium.
Yeah, so you got those. So that's a big match, particularly for Everton, because I think that gets them right in the mix with the European spots too.
Yeah, I mean, Arsenal have got the North London derby on Sunday, so this is a chance for you tomorrow night to put a marker down and be 2 points behind them, and then them going into a big derby after the way they just bottled the Wolves game when they were 2-0 up.
Yeah, look, a few people I've heard a few of our fans say online that they want to see a statement after what Arsenal did. I was like, no, I don't think we need a statement. I think we just need to go out there, play a good, consistent game. Maybe even if we do everything right, we may not even have to get out of about second or third gear to win this. And I think that's going to play on the Arsenal players' minds big time. So I think we just have to go out there, play a game. I think it's too early in the season to be playing like statement wins or, you know, trying to absolutely just crush the life out of your opposition or anything like that. So I just want to just good consistent solid performance and just putting a lot of pressure on Arsenal.
I mean, we're coming there tomorrow in a lot of good form. Confidence is high. We won 3 away games in a row considering we hadn't won. What was it, 2 away games before?
Yeah, and our form's good too. But I mentioned, as I mentioned before at the top of the show, I said that momentum out of Anfield is just the players are going to be so up for it.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Ed's got a bad connection apparently, or might have a bad connection. Or he's on mute at the moment, so he'll have to unmute himself. I don't know what he's doing. Ed, are you there? Nope, he's gone. He's gone again. Scott, do you see us having any chance of catching Chelsea? 8 points behind them now.
Do you know what it is? I'm sick of being negative. I'd love to think so. I'd love to think Eddie's put a marker down in the dressing room going, right, lads, let's see what we can do now. Let's go for it. We've got the momentum. We've had some wins. We've had some away wins. Like you said, I don't think fatigue's going to be a big thing at the minute because when you're winning, fatigue's lessened.
That aeroplane they came back home in, I'm sure they got some sleep on those lovely couches they had.
Well, exactly, yeah. I hope if we get a point tomorrow, it's huge. Let's hunt them down. Let's hunt them down.
I mean, a point tomorrow could put us into 8th. Obviously, depending on what Liverpool do against. I mean, Liverpool, Everton, you probably want to draw. I'm not sure who Bournemouth are playing. Brentford, we obviously need to lose, and Chelsea, we need to lose as well. From the outsiders, guys, Pat and Ed, where do you think Newcastle are going to finish? Bearing in mind, we're just starting to hit a bit of form.
What's your next fixtures?
I one fixture at a time. Use tomorrow.
No, but I'm saying I need to know the next fixtures to see where you guys.
All right, I'll get them back up again. I can't remember because I know this was the horrible.
Just want to get an idea of your run home, basically.
Yeah.
Matches. Here we go. So. Carrier bag again on the 24th. Then we've got Everton at home on the 28th. But Everton seem to get a result against us at home. It's really weird. Then we got Man United at home on the 4th of March. Then we've got you guys in the FA Cup again. It's great, this, isn't it? Chelsea away, Sunderland at home, Palace away, Bournemouth at home, Arsenal away, Brighton at home, Forest away, West Ham at home, and then Fulham away on the last game of the season.
I got you guys finishing 7th or 8th.
Ooh. See, I'd rather finish 8th than 7th.
Yeah.
What should get you Conference League?
I don't want comfort. I don't want it. I don't want it. I think it's too much of a distraction, and I think it's actually worse on your PSR than it is actually being in the competition itself, which is a horrible thing to say. I'd rather get no Europe if it's the bottom of the pit of it, because it'll actually cost us more of a club to be in it than it would be to actually win it. I don't know what you think about that, Pat.
No, I think you're right. Actually, it's probably also proof. You look at what City's been doing. The fact that we've basically been in the Champions League for about 15, 16 years straight, or something like that. And that's your bread and butter. That's a huge contributing factor to your finances as well. Yeah. And I curse the day that it ever happens where we end up in those spots again, which will happen one day. But yeah, I just wonder how the club's going to have to be able to function that way if we end up in that competition for a couple of years. But as a fan, as a traveling fan, I'll tell you what, I am looking forward to some nice away days in Bosnia Herzegovina and Albania and that too. So
you never know, they might come to the Champions League the way things are going. If Carrier-Bag can get in it.
So after you play Carrier-Bag, who's your potential matchups in the round of 16?
Chelsea, Barca.
Chelsea, Barca. Okay. Yeah.
I am hoping for Chelsea.
You'd rather play English opposition?
Yeah, I think we have got a better chance of beating them over 2 legs than we have of going to the Nou Camp.
Yeah,
because the Nou Camp fixture will be first, and if we go there and get battered, we're not turning it around at St James's Park. But our record at Stamford Bridge recently always been tight games.
Yeah,
and then at home we've actually been very good against them. So I actually fancy us to beat Chelsea over 2 legs, and I do Barca over 2 legs.
Yeah. Well, if the first leg of these current fixtures go the way they go, then we play either Real Madrid or Bodo Glimt. And I think it's quite interesting because what some fans were saying.
I'm not gonna lie, Pat. I'd rather play Real Madrid right now. I'm not gonna.
Same. That Bodo Glimt is, and I think Bodo Glimt is away in Norway first leg as well. So I don't know if I'd want to go there first.
Shouldn't be. Isn't the home leg meant to be the?
It's second. Yeah, you're second. You get it last.
Second, yeah. So Norway would be first. Yeah.
So if you guys it'll be if you guys get Chelsea or Barcelona, you guys will play home at first leg, and then you play the second leg at Nou Camp or
I don't want to be. I don't want to do that.
No, someone was saying between Real Madrid, they said the difference. Never mind the fact that it's about a 5-hour flight away. So the difference is about 40 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point. Yeah. Oof. We're all going to Budapest. But again, if we actually get past Chelsea, Barcelona, and we get to the semi-finals, and you guys get to the semi, we're facing yous again.
Well, hey,
we are.
Yeah. If we get to the semi-finals,
because they say with us is that if we were to beat Madrid or Bodo or whoever it is that's playing right now, our matchup for the quarterfinal would be either Bayern or Arsenal.
Yeah, quarterfinals. I'm saying we get to the semi-finals.
But if it's semi-finals, there's a chance we might play you. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
7 times in a season. Great.
Evening.
Well, someone. Well, they said in a league season, they said the absolute maximum that an English side can play each other, I think, is 8, isn't it? Because if things go your way in the league and in the cup the previous season, you can play each other in the Community Shield. You can play in the Community Shield. That's 1. Twice in the league. That's 3. Twice if you made the semi-finals of the Carabao. That's 5.
Yeah.
FA Cup would make it 6, and then if you were in the Champions League, if you made it to knockouts of the Champions League, so there is the maximum you can play against each other is 8, and if we did that, it would be 7, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sick of playing yous.
I know.
It's like, do you know what it is? It's like the domesticated version of like when we play Real Madrid.
Yeah.
It's just every season. Yeah.
That's what a lot of people are calling it now, the new Real Madrid fixture, Man City and Real Madrid fixture. Martin, did everything go well?
Yeah, he's in recovery. So we'll say next 24, 36 hours determine everything. But yeah, procedure went well.
That's good.
So yeah, thank you.
Good.
Yeah, I just thought I'd pop on for 5, say hello.
Yeah, we're finished now.
Oh yeah, you're finished now.
Just about. I'll ask you. You got a chance to go 2 points behind Arsenal. Are you confident of a comfortable win tomorrow, or do you think it's going to be a tough game?
I think it'll be a tough game. I think when you play each other so often, you learn something every different game, don't you?
Yeah.
I think
Eddie Howe did say that.
I think we've played each other too many times for a walloping. It depends on Newcastle react from their activities this week.
Yeah, back here was a long way.
Yeah,
2,500 miles or something like that.
Yeah, and then this Saturday night, I don't like Saturday night kickoffs. I know Pat will love it because he's got a normal kickoff
it's one of those rare ones that I can actually watch City play live with the sun up.
Yeah. It sort of ruins our Saturday night, this. But no, I expect it to be a tough one. I think City will win. I think it's a must-win for us. So we're in a must-win situation. Every game's a cup final. We've got to win it. Arsenal have opened the door for us, and we've got to kick it in now. Title's in our hands. I do believe we'll win the title now. So we've just got to. We've got
the title's in Arsenal's hands. It's still theirs to lose, but it's yours to win.
No, listen. City match or better Arsenal's results, we're champions at the end.
Yeah, we've got the game in hand. But like I say, it's still Arsenal. Have still got that
no,
point.
we've also got to play them at the Etihad as well.
Ah, right, okay. So that's a draw. It always is. It'll be a 0-0.
Well, it always is these big games, isn't it?
Yeah,
but I think City, for me, City turn up in the big games this year. Yeah. Saying this to Pat and Ed last night, won't we? It's the smaller teams we seem to be, and it's when we play the likes of. Yeah, I think that. I think our setup suits playing the big occasions at the minute.
Yeah.
So it'll be intriguing what we do tomorrow. Do we do transitional or do we go back? Because if he sticks with 4-2-2-2, I think it could be a long night for yous. Because I think it actually suits us. It's a bit narrower, but it's a bit more. I think it suits Haaland. I think it suits Semenyo at the moment. I think it suits I think Nico. What he's done is he's put that extra man into midfield alongside sort of Rodri or Nico G, and it sort of stabilises a bit more.
Love that.
It really has for me.
It's interesting because of how weak our right back is with pace. Coming narrower actually plays into our hands a little bit more defensively because Trippier can tuck in and not get done for pace, and he can sit there with Chow and let Chow do a bit more of the running because he's quicker. So but he
still have to deal with Nori though. He'll have to deal without Nori coming down.
Yeah, he will.
I'm still intrigued on this Lewis Hall Nunes battle.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Lewis Hall's. There's not many players who got the best of Lewis Hall.
No,
but I'll be honest with you. For me, they are the two, and probably we've said this, the two most informed fullbacks in the league this season.
Yeah. I honestly think Lewis Hall should be in the England 11 rather than in the squad. I don't know how he's just injuries have came at the wrong time for him to be able to showcase himself on the international stage.
But he's also found form at the right time too.
Yeah, he has.
You give me a Lewis Hall, I'll raise your Nico Riley.
Lewis Hall is the better left back.
Yeah,
easily. But we definitely don't want Nico Riley. No, I mean the other talking point very quickly before we do go is Trafford. I mean, there's still rumours apparently that Tino, you're after him still, but obviously you told me due to his injury records, you don't think it'll happen. I don't think it happens because of his injury record.
No, apparently they are still there, which is shocked me. The issue, I think, will be the fee. I don't think they'll pay the fee you'll ask for.
Yeah, and the difficult for us is we'd have to sign another right back on top, so the fee kind of starts to disappear because we'll probably ask for Trafford in the deal potentially.
That's what I was about to say. That's what might actually get the deal done. Because apparently you do want Trafford, which again has shocked me. I didn't think you'd go for Trafford again, but you have.
I think it's the right call. I think he's a quality goalkeeper. He showed us how good he was against us.
He's a very good goalkeeper there.
Is that unfair on Ramsdale, though?
I think he's better than Ramsdale.
Yeah.
He's not an under 80 grand a week, I'll tell you that.
No. I mean, he's going to be on a decent wedge. I mean, Ramsdale's on 100,000, I think, and he's on loan. So,
that was more. That was about 180. Something dafty was on 130. Sorry, not 180, 130.
Maybe 130, but definitely not 180.
I don't know if Pat and Ed have heard this, but I've heard Trafford's only on about 50, 55.
Yeah, I didn't think he would be on any more than what Edison was on. Edison was on even after 8 years, Edison was only on about 100, 110 or something.
He was coming to be
on 9 for a while.
Yeah.
Would you be sad to see him go?
Trafford?
Yeah.
No, because I think he deserves to have first team football.
Yeah.
Good way of looking at it.
I'd be sad to lose him. I'd be happy for him.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I'd be sad to lose him. Yeah. You've got Donnarumma, and the problem is he's not going to get ahead of Donnarumma.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also the fact that I just don't like the idea of like someone on our pitch with Trafford on the back of the shirt.
Well, here's a little crumb of which could be the left turn in this. City's preference is actually to loan him for 2 years.
Interesting.
Oh, in case Donnarumma decides to go back to Italy.
Which makes me think, are they looking at an Enrique after Pep?
A 2 year loan is, I mean, it'll be a 1 year loan, then a 1 year loan again, won't it? They won't just say we're going to loan you to the team for 2 years.
Or sell with a buyback.
Yeah, it'll have to have I mean, would Trafford be happy to do that? That's the other side of it as well, as a human being sitting.
You'd have to promise him number one. You'd have to promise him the number one spot when he come back.
Yeah. And even then, that's not guaranteed because he was promised the number one spot when he came back this time, and then he went out. And
that's what makes me think. Is it loan him, and then when Pep's gone in 2027, which I think he probably will, does somebody else come in who's not a Donnarumma fan?
Yeah, potentially. I mean, that doesn't sound too bad in a way. 50 million in Tino.
Yeah, well, I know they rate Trafford about 40. They rate Trafford about 40. Well, anyway, I'm only doing a flying visit. I'll let you go, chaps.
Well, we're very quickly. What's your score prediction tomorrow?
3-1.
3-1.
I went 3-1 as well.
I went 3-0.
3-0. Scott?
Oh, I'm going to go 2-1.
To City. I'm going to be a dick. I'm going to go Desmond.
Bishop Desmond.
2-2. Yep. Desmond 2-2. Why not? We're going to throw his stick up into the. It does happen when teams get all giddy when the team above them's lost and they need to win. They put too much pressure on themselves, and then there's another shock result in there somewhere, and then you'll still go on to win the league anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna go Desmond. Why not? But I honestly do believe we'll probably lose. But that's just me.
Do you know what I think, Baz? Do you know? I think we'll win. I think we'll win tomorrow. The thing is, I think there's a possibility he might knock us out of the cup.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think we're going to rotate.
Yeah,
I think we're going to rotate. Yeah,
I
think we're going to rotate that cup.
Yeah, I don't think Eddie Howe will rotate, even though he should as well. To be honest with you.
Well,
we've got so many games.
I mean, Azerbaijan basically allowed you to rotate midweek next week. So
yeah, that's true. But again, he said
you could put half an academy out there, and you probably still walk away with a draw.
Even with his interview, he said, "We'll give them full respect. The tie's not over, and all this sort of stuff," which worries me a little bit because he should be throwing out Sean Neve, he should be throwing out Alex Murphy, he should be giving Sue Park a bit of time.
You know he won't, Baz. You know he won't.
I know he won't.
No. It's not in his makeup.
Yeah, it's not his DNA.
But see, guys, that's also what helps you sell the young players too. Is when you do showcase them in games like that. That increases their value.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Sean, he got 5 minutes, and he didn't look out of place for those 5 minutes. No. It was nice to see. Give me a little bit more confidence that maybe there is a player in him, and I want to see more of it now. So yeah.
Do you maybe look at it maybe midweek against Karabag that if let's say you're 1 or 2-0 up or something, or even just 1-1 or something, 60 minutes with 30 minutes to play, you just go and put half your academy out there.
Yeah. I think you'll keep it tight for the first 45, and then see how it is. If we score a couple early second half, you'll see a lot of changes. Hopefully, but he just wants to make sure the job is completely 100% done, which really it should be. So people like Voltamara, people like Gordon, people who rely on pace, mainly Gordon Alanga, they can have a rest and be ready for Saturday, to be fair, because that FA Cup game against you guys, it's huge. It's huge for our season in a way, because if we can win the FA Cup, that gets us a European spot in the Europa League. And that's not a bad compromise for finishing outside of the top 8.
Because I think I said this to you last season after you'd won the Carabao. I said, I think for you now, the next step up would be going for maybe like something like the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Because at least now you can win trophies and that. And if you can prove to the rest of the league that you can actually continue winning trophies, then English football is really going to start paying attention. I think FA Cup would be a huge get. Even if you just made it to the final, would be huge. Yeah.
I even think if we just make it to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, I think that makes people sit up a little bit like it did with Villa. A lot of people sat up about Villa when they had their run in the Champions League, and they were thinking, "Oh, right, geez, the Premier League has got a lot of talent there and stronger teams outside of the Big Six." Don't forget, Spurs managed to get to a final, so they could do
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible, exactly.
Yeah, Palace won a trophy.
Yeah, Davey's so right with that one. It's in our DNA still to be nervous for the second leg. Of course it is. I've seen us capitulate too many times when it comes to things like this. So I'll quickly just shout this out before we go. We do have an amazing charity night on the 27th of February. Hopefully Supermac's going to be well enough. We wish them all the best. Gibbo will definitely be there. So whatever happens, the show will go on. But we just hope Supermac's going to be well enough to attend it. And also Graham Bailey will be there to talk about stuff behind the scenes. £15 per person. All the money is going to Azure and the Butterwick Hospice. Every single penny, from raffle sales to ticket sales. Nobody's getting a fee. We're all doing this for free because we just want to make a little bit of money for charity. And thank you to Prince Charming, who are an amazing little business in Wallsend who do loads of memorabilia, Prince shirts, the cut keys, they do the lot. They're one of those shops you can go to and get anything. So check them out. They sponsored the night and they're also a sponsor of the channel as well. So 1 week to go. 1 week to go. Yeah. And we can have a few beers. And I'm also going to the Everton game as well. So there we go.
Nice.
And Davey is right. Thanks to Pat. Thanks to Ed. Scotty, as always, good luck for the rest of the season, lads. Obviously not tomorrow night, but we are. Yeah. I mean, we said last week on Martin, on your show, on Mancunian Way, that you will win the league, regardless of what the result is tomorrow. I still think you'll do it because I think there's going to be a bit of a shock on Sunday as well.
Yeah,
new manager bounce for Spurs. New manager bounce for Spurs. I'm telling you,
it wouldn't surprise me.
Exactly. We'll be back on Sunday night to review the game. You guys are welcome on that as well. If you want to, you can probably come and gloat again. But thank you very much for tonight, everyone, and we'll have a great weekend. Take care.
See you, everyone. Take care.